The J Effect is in full effect here on 89.7 FM WRUC Radio. JJ here in the house, and I'm letting it be known that the New York Football Giants are back, baby. They're headed to the Super Bowl. I get it. They got to go to San Francisco and pull off the big win in Candlestick and beat Jim Harbaugh's 49ers, but they're going to get it done. Eli Manning is playing the best of any quarterback in the league right now. He is second to none, and this pass rush for the Giants is unbelievable. They will get after the quarterback. We're going to take your calls. Call-in number is 518-388-6151 here on WRUC Radio, home of the J Effect from 1 to 5. We have Pete on the air from D.C. Pete, you cannot tell me after Joe Flacco's performance that you think they're going to go into Foxborough and beat the Pats and then meet, of course, my pick, the New York Giants, in the Super Bowl.
I most certainly can, John, and I'm going to cite the Patriots' absolute worst. Let me repeat that, worst defense in the NFL. Now, I will say that Joe Flacco played a horrendous game last week against the Texans. But the Texans' defense is ranked significantly higher than the New England Patriots. Their pass defense is third in
Pete,
the entire NFL. Yes.
Pete, listen. Before I let you go, and I don't want to I don't want to cut you off, but the Pats also have Bill Belichick as their head coach. It's second to none between him and Gary Kubiak. I mean, he's going to have his team ready to play. They're going to be fired up. They're going to be flying all over the football. And you also got to look at the offensive side. New England is a much better offense than the Houston Texans. I mean, Tom Brady and T.J. Yates, that's not even a fair comparison. We have Brant on the car from Long Island and wants to talk a little baseball. Brant, we're NFL championship week. Why are we talking baseball? But go ahead, buddy. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I'd like to talk about the Yankees. What do you think is a bigger deal for them, getting Kuroda or Pineda?
Now, that's a good question. And you know what? I really like the move to bring in Pineda. I mean, this is a kid who's in his early 20s. He's like 22 years old, throws mid-90s fastball. Seattle was very high on him, thought he was going to be the next King Felix if Felix were to leave. They gave up a lot in Jesus Montero, but this is a guy who's going to be a frontline starter for many, many years for the Yankees and basically in a position of need for them. So I thought Pineda is a very good pitcher, a very good move for him. Thanks for the call, buddy. We have Jared on the car phone from New Orleans. Jared, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. I'm hanging in there, kind of just getting over this idea of Chris leaving the the big city down south in the Big Easy. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling a little bit with him going to the West Coast, but, I'm accepting the idea of him being in L.A. as long as he's not a Laker, as long as he remains a Clipper. I have no problems. But at the end of the day, we know where the title is going to come this year, and that's down to South Beach with LeBron in the Heat. And I think it's going to be big for him because with D-Wade going down, I think he's ready to step into this position.
How can you say?
Go ahead on and get his title.
How can you say that LeBron is going to lead the Heat to a title? I mean, this is a guy who hasn't hit a clutch shot in the fourth quarter and God knows when. I mean, he couldn't lead. Now, granted, the Cavs were a bad team. I'll give him that. But he didn't win anything in Cleveland either. He's got a better team in Miami, albeit that it's not very deep. And he didn't do anything. He hasn't done anything yet. I honestly can't sit here and say, and I don't know how you can say with a straight face, that you think Miami is going to win a title behind LeBron James. It's not going to get enough. This is Dwayne Wade's team, buddy.
Let's pause right there. Let's backtrack a little bit. Your statement was that he did nothing.
That's correct.
There was originally, they weren't even expected to make it to the playoffs. People saying, "Oh, that team doesn't have enough pieces. They don't even have enough. They can't even fill up a roster. There's no way possible those guys will make it to the playoffs this year. Maybe next year, maybe 3 years, they'll be the team." So they surprised people and made it to the playoffs. Oh, but they also made it to the finals.
But Jared, when you put him with better,
they still made it.
But when you put him with better talent, and you put him on an actual place where he has to not be the ball hog, where he actually has to work and coexist with other players, he hasn't gotten it done. We have Sean from Albany on the car phone. Big fella, what's going on?
Hey, JJ. I got to say, man, I've been listening to the show and whatnot, and one thing I just had to bring up, honestly, what happened in the national championship game, man? I mean, diehard LSU fan. I mean, I'm from New Orleans, from Louisiana area, and I got to say, I have never seen a LSU Tigers team that just didn't come to play. Jordan Jefferson looked like a deer caught in the headlights. And your opinion, JJ, I got to get a second opinion on this. Why didn't Les Miles take him out? I mean, you got Jared Lee, you got a guy sitting on the bench that has produced for you before, and why not take him out? I don't see what you lose. I mean, you got embarrassed enough. He didn't cross the 50-yard line until the second half. Why not take him out? Why not put Jared Lee in, man?
No, Sean, I completely agree with you. I thought Les Miles was completely outcoached by Nick Saban. I'm watching the ball game. I thought, in the second quarter, you rotate quarterbacks all season long. Why isn't Jarrett Lee in the game? The offense is not moving the football. Bama is, and listen, it's not like Bama was going down the field and scoring touchdowns. They were settling for field goals. You're still in the football game, but you needed a little bit of a spark there. And I'm not quite sure why Jarrett Lee wasn't in the football game. I don't understand Les Miles' logic or reasoning, and he hasn't come out with an explanation for it. Outside of that, he thought Jordan Jefferson gave him the best chance to win. And to be honest, I really didn't think he did. He never really had the ability to stretch the field. LSU really never got vertical. They obviously were going to struggle running the football against one of the best run defenses in the country in Alabama. I just didn't see it working out for him. Good afternoon. I'm J.J. Johnson with your sports update. Miami Heat guard Dwayne Wade will be sidelined indefinitely with an ankle injury. Wade says he doesn't believe the injury to be too serious, but team doctors say he has to rest it. The Heat will face the New York Knicks tonight at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks on the road last night, and they defeated the Orlando Magic 92-89. Chicago beat the Detroit Pistons behind Derrick Rose's 31 points. And the Boston Celtics dropped their third straight, falling to the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe Bryant had 36 points. On the ice, the New York Rangers defeated the Florida Panthers 4-1. The Philadelphia Flyers fell to the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-1. And the Washington Capitals defeated the Boston Bruins 2-0. Thomas Falcone had 37 saves for the Caps. Chins are down in Green Bay this morning, and so are stock prices. Share prices of Green Bay Packers stock plummeted to an all-time low of 46 cents a share following Sunday's loss to the New York Giants. This sportscast was sponsored by Cupcake Couture Bakery. With 16 delicious flavors baked daily and seasonal specials, Cupcake Couture separates themselves from the competition. With your sports update, I'm J.J. Johnson. Welcome back. The J Effect is in full effect. On the air we have NFL analyst and sports writer John Knapp. Napper, how are you?
Good, JJ. How you doing, man?
I'm good, my friend, and let's just open up right away. Let's take a look here at Jeff Fisher signing with the St. Louis Rams here. I like the pick. What do you think? Is it a good fit for him?
Yeah, it's a good fit for him. He's a smart guy. He's a good football coach, and you kind of knew all along that with all the draft picks they stand to get, already having the franchise quarterback in place, that was really in the end a no-brainer decision for him.
Nap, we got another coaching change to take place here. Jim Caldwell has been let go in Indianapolis. Do you think this changes their game plan? Are they going to get rid of Manning now, or are they going to go with Luck? What are your thoughts here?
I don't know. I change my opinion on that every other minute. The one thing I'll say about that is if Theo Epstein had to take a value when he traded Nomar Garcia-Parra, how many prescription medications would the new GM have to take when he decided to get rid of Peyton Manning? I mean, if Manning's healthy, I got to think they're going to keep him around. You can't get rid of him.
I agree with you. Now let's look here at the NFL playoffs as we're getting ready to championship weekend. Your 49ers, we all know that you're the biggest 49er fan that I've ever come across. Has to play the hottest team in the NFL, the New York Giants. This team has ripped off 4 games in a row to get into the playoffs. What do the Niners have to do here to come away with the victory? I know they're riding high, but this Giants football team is hot.
Yes, well, and first of all, a week ago we were saying New Orleans Saints were the hottest team in the NFL. The 49ers certainly have the ability to put out a fire. The biggest thing they have to do is stop the big play to the wide receivers. The Giants have amazing wide receivers. They make huge plays in the passing game. They break tackles. They score touchdowns. And that has really been the Achilles heel for the 49ers.
Nap, that was fantastic.
Great.
Well done, my friend.
All right, thanks, man.
You got it. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Anytime.